Lavrenty Beria was a Georgian Bolshevik and Soviet politician, Marshal of the Soviet Union and the State Security Administrator, Chief of the Soviet Security and the Chief of the People's Commissar of the Internal Affairs under Joseph Stalin during the Second World War, and promoted to the Deputy Premier under Stalin in 1941. He officially joined the Politburo in 1946. Beria was the longest-serving and most influential of Stalin's secret police chiefs, wielding his most substantial influence during and after the war. Following the Soviet invasion of Poland in 1939, was responsible for organizing purges such as the Katyn massacre of 22,000 Polish officers and officials. He would later also orchestrate the first upheaval of minorities from the Caucasus as head of the NKVD, and an act was declared genocidal by various scholars and as concerning as Chechens in 2004 by the European Parliament. He simultaneously administered vast sections of the Soviet state and acted as the de facto Marshal of the Soviet Union in command of NKVD, field units responsible for the barrier troops and the Soviet partisan intelligence and sabotage operations of the Eastern Front. Beria administered the expansion of the Gulag labor camps and was primarily responsible for overseeing the secret detention of facilities for scientists and engineers known as the Sharak Shacks. After the war, Beria organized the communist takeover of the state institutions in Central and Eastern Europe. He oversaw the Soviet atomic bomb project, which Stalin gave absolute priority, and the project was completed in under 5 years. After Stalin's death in March 1953, Beria became the first deputy chairman of the Council of Ministers and head of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. In his dual capacity, he formed a troika with Georgy Malenkov and Vyacheslav Molotov that briefly led to the country in Stalin's place. The Gulag system was transferred to the Minister of Justice, and a mass release of over 1 million prisoners was announced. That amnesty led to a substantial increase in crime. A coup d'etat by Nikita Khrushchev, with help from the former Marshal of the Soviet Union, Georgy Zhukov, removed Beria from power in 1953. After being arrested, he was tried for treason and other offenses, sentenced to death, and executed on 23 December 1953.